He watched everything. He knew everything. And in the end, he became king. What if it wasn't a twist of fate, but a plan all along? What if Bran Stark, the quiet boy who became the three-eyed raven, was the true villain of Game of Thrones? In this alternate story, we reimagine a darker truth. Bran's journey wasn't just about knowledge, but power. Behind his emotionless gaze was a mind calculating every move, shaping Westeros into what he wanted it to be. This is the story of how Bran the Broken could have become Bran the Betrayer. After being pushed from the tower by Jaime Lannister, Bran lost his body, but gained something far more dangerous: the ability to see the past and shape the future. As he trained with the three-eyed raven beyond the wall, Bran learned not just how to observe, but how to influence. He discovered he could warg into people, into animals, into the past. He saw the rise and fall of kings. And he realized, with enough time, he could control it all. What if Bran planted the seeds for chaos long before the final war? What if he nudged events, not to save Westeros, but to break it, so he could rebuild it under his rule? He let the Night King live long enough to destroy armies and kingdoms, weakening everyone. He gave Arya the path to kill the Night King, but only after the world was in ruin. He watched Daenerys grow more volatile with each loss, knowing she would burn King's Landing. All the while, he said nothing, did nothing, except wait. In the end, Jon killed Daenerys. Tyrion begged for justice. The realm needed a ruler. And there stood Bran, calm, distant, already knowing what would happen. "Why do you think I came all this way?" he said. That wasn't surprise. It was certainty. He knew it would end like this because he made it end like this. Bran let millions die, cities fall, and chaos reign, not to stop it, but to rise from it. The three-eyed raven is not just a memory keeper. In the books and lore, he is a godlike presence, connected to the weirwood trees, the minds of men, and the flow of time itself. Bran was no longer Bran. He became something more, something ancient. And unlike the Mad King or Daenerys, who ruled with fire, Bran ruled through silence, secrecy, and control. He doesn't need armies. He already has the minds of men. Imagine if Jon Snow had suspected, if Tyrion had looked deeper, if Arya, trained to spot deception, had realized her brother wasn't emotionless. He was empty. But it was too late. Bran was king. With the North independent, Sansa wouldn't oppose him. Arya was across the seas, Jon was banished, and the Lords of Westeros? They blindly followed the boy who never asked for power, but always knew he would take it. Under King Bran, the world changes, but not necessarily for the better. His rule is quiet, but watchful. Rebellions disappear before they start. Secrets are silenced. Dissenters vanish, never seen again. He doesn't need spies. He sees everything, every whisper in the trees, every lie in the dark. The people call it peace. But in truth, it's surveillance. Bran rules not by sword or crown, but by thought. Sansa begins to question him. The bond between the siblings starts to crack. Arya hears rumors in distant lands. Even Jon, exiled beyond the wall, feels the pull, as if Bran is still watching him. The Starks, once united, begin to drift apart, not by choice, but because Bran, in this version of the world, cannot allow family or loyalty to stand in the way of total control. Years pass. Peace endures. But it's hollow. Lords don't argue. The people don't rebel. There are no wars, because nothing is allowed to grow. In a final scene, we see Bran alone, beneath the weirwood tree, his eyes rolled back, not because he's searching, but because he's listening, to all of Westeros, to every voice, every life, every mind. Bran Stark won the Game of Thrones, and no one ever realized it was never a game to him. It was destiny. What do you think? Was Bran's rise to power too perfect to be innocent? Could he have quietly orchestrated it all from behind the trees and shadows? Was Westeros ever truly free after he took the throne? Leave your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear your theory. Was Bran Stark the true villain of Game of Thrones? And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more alternate endings, and ring the bell so you never miss a twist in the tale.